What's up, YouTube? Today I want to share an important story in a book I just read called Acres of Diamonds. I've paraphrased the story for you guys. It's going to be very short and nice. There once lived a Persian farmer by the name Ali Hafid, who owned a large farm with fruit trees, every kind of fruit tree you can imagine, and beautiful, bright green gardens that he kept very well. He was a very wealthy man. And one day, a traveling trader from the east came and visited him. The man told Ali Hafid how huge, rich discoveries of diamonds were being found all over the continent, and Ali began to dream how he could be even wealthier if only he had diamonds. And the next day, Ali sold his farm, smashed the video's like button, and went off to search for diamonds. He searched across all the lands you could imagine. He went to the Middle East, found none. He went to Europe, found none. And when the last of his money has been spent, he stood with empty pockets at Spain's Bay of Barcelona, watching the waves roll in and smash against the rocks. This penniless man, Ali Hafid, he threw himself down the cliff and onto the ocean, and he never rose again. He went beneath the water. And one day, the man who purchased Ali Hafid's farm led his camel to the garden to drink. And as the camel was drinking in the clear water, in the shallow streams, the sand was bright white, and the man noticed a curious flash in the water. He put his hand in the water and grabbed the black pebble with an eye of light that reflects of all the colors of the rainbow. He took this curious stone into the house, put it on the table, and returned to his daily routine, his chores. Some days later, he was visited by the same trader. The moment the trader saw that gleam of light, he rushed. "There's a diamond here, there's a diamond! A diamond! Has Ali returned?" And the new owner said, "No, he hasn't returned, and that's no diamond." And the trader said, "Hey, I know a diamond when I see one." And they rushed together to the garden stream and stirred the white sand with their fingers and discovered more and more stones, even more beautiful and valuable than the first. And that's how the diamond mine of Golconda was discovered. It's a true story. The most significant discovery in history. For decades, every shovel, every basket from that stream revealed gems that would go on the crowns of monarchs. Had Ali Hafid remained at home and dug in his own garden, instead of wandering aimlessly into a life of poverty, he would have had acres of diamonds. Okay, this was an inspirational speech from the 1900s called Acres of Diamonds, given by Russell Conwell, founder and first president of Temple University. And the moral of the story is that there are opportunities and wealth right now in your own backyard. And you don't need to be born in a certain type of family or go to a certain type of school to get connected to people with money. All right, people to invest with you in your real estate deals. Take a look around. You're already standing on your own acres of diamonds. Ali Hafid practically owned acres of diamonds, but he sold the land for nothing in order to look for them somewhere else. Okay, if only he took the time to study and prepare himself to learn what rough diamonds looked like and first explored the diamonds in the huge land he owned, he would have owned all of it. So the idea is that each of us at this moment is standing in our own acres of diamonds. If we only have the patience and wisdom to look, to learn, to study. And this speech later turned into the book I just read, Acres of Diamonds. And here are my top 5 quotes from the book. Your diamonds are not in far distant mountains or in yonder seas. They are in your own backyard, if you but dig for them. So that's another way of saying the grass isn't greener on the other side. It's green where you water it. I really resonate with that story. A few years ago, I was chasing all the wrong things. I was in nightlife events, endless nights, taking drugs, having alcohol. It would never stop. And then I created a game in an iOS app store because I thought, that's the way to go and make lots of money. And then I did Bitcoins and I did stocks. I did everything. Everything I tried, just got me more broke until I realized I wasn't looking at my own garden. And when I did, I noticed all my successful relatives and a few other great people around me made their wealth through investing in real estate. And they didn't start with a lot of money. They didn't start with any money. And I realized that's what I need to do. I have access to their knowledge. I wrote down a master plan. I noted down my strengths, noted down my weaknesses, looked at my cards, and I played them right. Okay, and if it wasn't for my mentors, I probably would have needed another 10 years and a couple more smacks in the head to reach where I am today. Eventually, I moved out of my parents' house and began my adventure in real estate. And now I own more than dozens of properties globally, and I'm going to own 100 by the time I'm 30. That's my plan. Okay, and I'm concentrating on a new emerging market, Tbilisi, the capital of Georgia in Eastern Europe, more famously known as the Silk Road. Okay, the best choice I ever made was going my own way, guys. Not what everyone else was doing, not what others have planned for me. It was doing my own thing, and more specifically, doing my own thing in real estate. I stopped thinking of new ideas and stopped trying to reinvent the wheel and waste time experimenting. Don't have that time. Simply followed what works. The safest, most guaranteed way people have been becoming wealthy and focused. Real estate, guys. I will experiment with my startup ideas after I have a solid foundation of wealth, solid passive income. I don't like to call it passive income. Nothing really is ever passive. Let's call it unearned income. Okay, I like to say unearned income because, well, you set it up once and it just keeps paying you forever. Okay, and maintaining the property isn't necessarily hard-earned income compared to 9 to 5. That's hard. Okay, maintaining a property takes maybe 2 hours a month, sometimes none. So I said I'll experiment with my startups after I have set up these streams of unearned income. So next quote is, begin where you are with what you are. I think this is super important because so many people are afraid to be seen starting small. Okay, they come out of, they graduate and they want to be managers, So, hey, look, life isn't fair. So you have to play the best game you can with the cards you're dealt. Play those cards. My favorite motivational speaker, Jim Rohn, says it best. He says, you must always do these two things. Number one, do what you can. Number two, do the best you can. And frequently ask yourself, what am I not doing that I'm neglecting that would be easy to do? And he says, if you could, should, won't, it's an accumulated disaster. But if you could, should, and will, you will have victory. My next favorite quote from Acres of Diamonds is, you cannot trust a man with your money who cannot take care of his own. I cannot begin to express how obvious, how true, how yet so simple this is. And still people lose money by listening to the advice of tricksters. If you're interested in protecting and building your wealth starting from scratch, by the way, I'll put up a link to my previous video, The 5 Laws of Gold, from a book called The Richest Man in Babylon. You're going to see it at the end of the video. I always say, if you are new and you're just starting out and you've made some money but you don't know what to do with it, hold it. Hold it tight and educate yourself on investing. But invest only where you have complete control. Don't give your money away into the control of other people in hopes for diamonds falling from the sky. Come on. Lending money to people is what the super wealthy do. It's not for you, who's just saved up 10, 20, 30, 40,000, 100,000. Okay? Use that and actively own your assets. Don't passively own your assets. Next thing you should be aware is, don't say, what should I do with my $10,000? You might be wondering what the problem with that is. The problem is you're asking people what to do with your money. The problem with asking people what to do with your money is you're inviting hundreds of people who know what to do with your money. Take it. They take it from you. And once you realize you didn't get the returns promised and it's out of your control and you don't have control of your money and you want it back, it's not so easy. A lot of people ask, well, what should I do with my $10,000? And I say, invest it in real estate. And if you're wondering how, I thought real estate costs way more, then you want to register for my online training. It's completely free. I'll leave it in the description below, and you will learn how you can begin to create wealth and create a side income that eventually becomes your main income, so that you can feel more safe, feel more secure, take back control, live life on your own terms, be your own boss, be your own leader, and be financially free. And have passive amounts of wealth passed down to your children. I mean, if that sounds like something you'd be interested in doing, do not wait. Hop on my training. You don't need time. You don't need money. You don't need experience to start real estate. Nor do you need to drop everything you're doing. You don't need to quit your job. Okay? You just need to overcome your fears and have a mentor who can help you avoid the pitfalls. And I'll do the best. Okay? I'll do the best to be that person for you, because when I crashed and I hit rock bottom, I was silently begging for someone to just lead the way, show me the light in that tunnel. And I said to myself, if I ever make it out of that hole I was in, I would be that person for someone else. Okay. So make sure you hop on the video, go check. It's a free training. You're gonna get a lot out of it. Make sure you're on your laptop if you want the best experience. It's not so mobile friendly. And have a notepad ready and try to just absorb as much information as you possibly can. God bless you. Have a good day. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to support me, hit the likes button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, hit all those buttons. All right? Ciao. Oh, and if you want to hit the dislike button once, and then another time, then hit the like button.